Has your pelvic floor therapist ever recommended one of these and you're like, what is this? I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna show you how to use it. Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm a pelvic floor therapist and educator, and I found my core harmony to educate women and men and children on their pelvic health. In clinic, we use these all the time. And a lot of people are like, what am I looking at? What's going on? So let's start with this one. There's a couple different types. These are just the two that I chose to kind of show y'all. So this is the one that we primarily use in clinic. It's clear plastic. You can see there's two ends. All of the wands have this S-shaped curve. So this particular wand you can actually use interchangeably. You can use this one internally to do your pressure release, your trigger point release, or you can use this side to do trigger point release. For demonstration purposes, and so you can see it much better, we're going to talk about the V-Well Arc Wand. I absolutely love this one and recommend it all the time. The difference is it's coated in silicone. It has a little bit softer end here. So the purpose of these tools is for pain and muscle tension release. You know when you go to a massage therapist and they're finding those tender muscles and they're kind of holding pressure there, they're doing what you call a trigger point release to release the tension in that muscle. Your pelvic floor has so many muscles, guys. Look at all of that right there in your pelvic floor. If I were to send you home with this and I'm like, good luck, how are you gonna navigate this? You cannot see these muscles. So let's quickly go over what muscles we're looking at before we get into the actual navigating it with the wand, so you can have a little bit of an idea of what you're doing. So if you look in here, you can see all of the muscles that are going on in here. There are so many muscles. This is where your rectum, where your stool comes out. These muscles right here, typically this one, as well as these back here, are very, very, very tight, limiting the evacuation of your stool. If you have hip pain, this one back here and back here, these are typically very, 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 very tight and tender. So we're gonna show you how to navigate and locate all of these muscles. We're gonna show you on both sides and how to get to these hip rotators. So releasing these muscles and getting rid of the tension is gonna not only improve your function of your pelvic floor, emptying your bladder better, emptying your bowels better, but it's also gonna improve if you have hip pain and things like that. So first thing I want you to know is let's go through the wand itself. We have the handle side, and then we have the bottom, which is, this is the part that is inserted vaginally. Now, you can also do this rectally, but that's a whole nother video. So what I want you to remember is that whatever is going on here, the opposite's going on here in a lot of cases. So first and foremost, your bowl of muscles, remember we're gonna say this is your bowl of muscles. When you insert this and you press down, you're actually going across more area of those muscles, right? So when you press all the way down. You can also go back and forth like this, but what's happening when I'm bringing the handle down? This side's going up, right? So I want you to remember that. If you're like going, I'm not really feeling that, what is the outside doing? Remember, you wanna do the opposite of what you wanna do. So when you're saying I wanna press down on these muscles, the handle actually may go up or all the way down, okay? So anytime you're going up this way, we don't do that very typically, because guess what? Guess what's right here when you go straight up? Your bladder. That's no fun. No one wants to hit their bladder because then you're gonna have to go to the bathroom. So you wanna avoid the upward motion, okay? So, what we do to start off, this is what I call the starting position. It is inserted straight in, the handle is up, and the treatment side is going down. You're gonna insert that. Now, see what's right here? This is your colon. I always say we treat the right and the left side separately because you don't wanna be hitting your colon and moving everything all around. So we're gonna start with, just for sake of argument, we're gonna start with our right side. So we're gonna insert the wand straight in like so, and we're gonna hold our handle like this. Or you can hold it like this. I always tell my patients, if you're doing this, can you do a lot of pressure? Get a grip on that handle, okay? You're gonna hold that and you're gonna press straight down. When you're going straight down, you're going across all of these muscles right here, okay? So you're gonna press straight down on those muscles, turn, go straight down. You can even do a sweeping back and forth if you want with that wand. Please know, you see this going into the hole here, your pelvic floor. This is not to scale. Your pelvic floor is a lot wider than what this model is, so please be mindful of that. So you're pressing down like this, swiping back and forth. So that's number one. So starting position, straight down, and then rocking back and forth, okay? So let's get to those hip rotators that cause that hip pain and that sciatic pain and your back pain. So what we're gonna do is, I always say, so we're treating the right side, right? We're treating the right side, so we're gonna take the entire handle, starting position, remember? Whole handle towards the side you want to treat, and then you're going to bring the tip of the handle towards the opposite leg. So what happens when I do that? So we're going to turn it all the way to the side, rotate to the opposite leg. See where it's going? It's going towards this hip here. So I like to tell my patients, you can either hold it like this to do a pressure in this way when you press, or you can put your thumb against the handle, up against the treatment side, just like this. So it's as if it's an extension of your thumb. It's like guns. It's like an extension of your thumb, so you can feel as if you're using your thumb to hit that muscle. So we're gonna come in, straight to the side, around. I like to switch my hand, and then we're gonna press. Now, remember that these muscles are all over the place. Like they connect to different parts of the bony landmarks. So you're gonna press in, hold it, and then move to another spot when that muscle releases. So what does that feel like? A lot of people are like, well, how do I know if I'm actually putting good pressure? How do I know if I'm doing this correctly? Honestly, the more you use it and the more you practice, it's gonna be much easier. Remember, you're navigating blindly these muscles. But from my experience and from my patients' experiences of what I've been told how it feels for them, is it could feel like just like a general tension or even just a general pressure that just kind of feels achy, or it could feel sharp. It could feel like a pinch. Those are not normal functions. If you press your arm here, it should not hurt. It should just feel like the pressure that you're putting on your arm here. So know if you do this and be like, okay, it doesn't feel like that. That means the muscle is likely tight and tender and not functioning appropriately. It should never be painful. So now we're gonna do a much more advanced, this is the way I like to release the back part of my pelvic floor. You can do it in the original position here and press back here, but this is what I like to do. So go back to the starting position. We're gonna have that handle here and we're gonna go all the way, boop, all the way to the bottom, okay? So you'll hold it like this, on your hand like this, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up and in. Now remember, up and back, what am I hitting? Tailbone, huh? We don't wanna do straight in the center. We're gonna be slightly offset, so you're gonna be slightly on a side. If you find yourself and you're going straight up towards you and you're like, that doesn't feel right, you're hitting a bone. So turn a little bit sideways. So you're gonna go in and you're gonna put pressure down and you're gonna do what I call a dig and drag. So you're gonna dig the wand in and you're gonna drag it towards the opening. Dig and drag out. Now, so remember that when you're dragging, and you may not feel tension somewhere, but once you find that tension, I want you always to do 3 things. 1, are your hips relaxed? 2, is your butt clenching? And are your legs squeezing together? And 3, am I breathing? If you're not doing all 3 of those things, the muscle, you'll keep pressing into a muscle that you're involuntarily tightening, and it's not gonna be as effective. So you need to train yourself to relax all of your hips, glutes, abdomen, everything, and just breathe. Because obviously if it's uncomfortable, you're gonna be more likely to tense up. But I want you to try to fight that. Check in with your hips and release those muscles. So you're gonna drag and you're gonna find all those spots and hold it where you feel the release of the tension. All right, well there you go. So make sure you're saving this video so that you can use this when you're feeling a little bit lost and you don't know where you're going, so we can kind of get you back on track. Follow me for more pelvic health tips, tricks, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to comment if you have any questions. I'm always here to help.